I'll just tie this back to my original question. Does God need to receive dominion, or does he inherently have it? Because if it's after, then he's going to be in his glorified body, right? So it's going to be past the state in which he is just a mere human being that is subject to all of the deficiencies in the world and so on and so forth. He is going to be in his glorified body. So if you believe this, then why is God receiving dominion if God inherently has dominion?
Again, that's a reference to Jesus in the millennial kingdom. When Jesus receives any form of dominion, it speaks to him being physically here on this earth. Jesus made the choice and the conscious decision to humble himself. Jesus is equal in essence. There are different ranks. 1 Corinthians 11:3 says, I want you to know that the head of every man is God, the head of every woman is man, and the head of Christ is God. Women and men are both humans and they're both equal in essence, but there's an order within that framework. In just the same way, there's an order within the Trinity, but it doesn't detract from Jesus' deity, and he emphasizes his deity all throughout Scripture. So when you reference the giving of authority, again, it goes back to Philippians 2, where Jesus made the conscious decision to humble himself, to come to this earth, to take on flesh. Yes, in that nature, he received authority. And again, I don't find that to be inconsistent or problematic.
Yeah, but the issue is, if you believe that Jesus had two natures, a human and a divine nature, and that this divine nature essentially subsisted within his body in a way, then you wouldn't have to believe that the Father is the one that gives dominion in this instance, because Jesus would inherently possess it. It wouldn't be given to him because he already would have it by virtue of the fact that he has two natures, the divine and the human. Even though he has a human nature, that divine nature, according to you guys, still persists, meaning, according to you, he would either inherently possess dominion and authority and power and ability to do miracles and so on and so forth, but instead we see this repeated over and over and over again in the New Testament, that he receives authority and power and so on. And if he truly had the divine essence subsisting within him, then that wouldn't need to happen. But you said that it was very clear, and I do want you to respond to the previous point, but I want to get this out.